Welcome to the world's latest year in review for 2019. I did this last year at the beginning of 2019, and it was actually really nice because, like, sitting down and, like, thinking, like, what the fuck did happen this year? Kind of put in perspective, like, how, like, genuinely good of a year it had been. 2019 was also a very good year for me. It was also a very everything's happening all the time year. So let's get into it. I feel like a YouTuber. I'm like, so let's get into the theories. So in January, I started working on the Oche project again, which is an original novel idea that I've had since 2011, and I've come back to every couple years. I got a TikTok account and started posting TikToks. I tweeted, "Call me a Welsh bastard," so I know it's real, and then accidentally rebranded my entire self. Pretty much, I feel like anyone who knows me now knows me as Welsh bastard, which is funny because I'm neither Welsh nor am I a bastard. I started working on my Katsucon cosplays, and then in February I finished all of my cosplays, and I started making cosplay videos again with Cobra Cam, which was a mini series that I just want to do it to like see like what I could do, and the answer is probably more if I have people to do it with. My laptop then died the day before I flew out to Katsucon, and I had to send it in to like the laptop people to get it repaired. So I went to Katsucon. I met the Next Rising group multiple times, and I made many friends: Emmett, Mad, J, B, and D, who we called Fuck at the time because they were going by a different name, and I think it was like very similar to Emmett's, and so we were like, "Fuck it, you're Fuck now," and they were like, "Okay." I also started making like cosplay TikToks instead of just like little meme TikToks. Um, February, I feel like, is very much where 2019 started for me because KatsuCon and me getting back into cosplay and like just going hog wild and having a great time. In March, my grandma died. My college friend group got into some really nasty drama, and I distanced myself from it for like mental health reasons because my grandma had died and they were exploding. And I was like, I can't deal with all of this, so I'm just gonna cry in my room. I bleached my hair, and I have been doing it ever since. I got a David Bowie tattoo, which I cannot show you because I'm wearing long sleeves, but it's right here. You've probably seen it in other videos. And I also started watching My Hero Academia, which I did that. I watched both The Umbrella Academy and My Hero Academia in March, and I did that to distract from how shitty my real life was that month. Um, in April, I started cosplaying Todoroki. I also cosplayed Bakugo, but I didn't really like how I looked in him, so I have a Bakugo wig that I just don't use much. I started using the phrase "be trans, do arson," or at least that's the earliest I can find of myself using that phrase. And of course, it was specifically about Dobby, but I mean, also it's a good life motto. I was forcibly assigned Kaminari-kin by my friend Quinn, and they were correct, so I started cosplaying Kaminari. I reunited with my college friend group for the time being, and I also started writing Beat Trans Do Arson, which is this fic series that I have going on my Archive of Our Own account, and I'm very proud of it, and it's canon compliant, and I don't want to, like, advertise it, but also please read it. Please read what I write. Um, Excuse me. In May, I saw IDK Howe and Fiddler at Shaky Knees, and I got in a mosh pit, and I destroyed my sunglasses in a mosh pit, so I got to get new sunglasses. I got my first, like, cosplay crush. Technically, my second cosplay crush because my first is Jack from Next Rising, but that's just like I just assume at all points I'm gay for Jack. So I got my first like actual cosplay crush on a cosplayer that I have mutual friends with, which is really funny because I reconnected with the mutual friend because we were both like, "Wait, you're into cosplay?" I no longer have a crush on this guy, but it was really funny because I'm like, "Your friend's hot," but I don't want to say that because I don't know him. Um, I got ghosted by my college friend group, which is a whole story that I don't feel like explaining, but basically, I was right and I was mad about it. I did go to MomoCon at the end of the month, and I met more cosplay friends, Sarah, Maddie, and Tyler, who are actually now like in our cosplay group, so like you see a bunch of them. And I also started dating Tyler at MomoCon. In June, I drew Gay Right Shigaraki, which is this piece of fan art that I'm really proud of. It's Shigaraki kickflipping on a skateboard, and it's got like the pride flag in the background. It's actually really stupid, but like in a good way. I realized that I was indeed a Dobby fucker, which, as we all know now, is like a defining personality trait. Dan and Phil both came out, and I cried because I was proud of them. Because actually, what started this YouTube channel was I watched a lot of Dan and Phil, and I really liked them in like 2014. And I was like, I want to do YouTube because I'd always liked making videos and editing and shit. And so I made my YouTube channel in 2014 because of Dan and Phil, and I wanted to be just like a generic YouTuber. Obviously, I ended up being a cosplay YouTube channel. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm very happy with where I am. But going from 2014, where like they are essentially the reason that I do YouTube, to seeing them come out and just like, if you haven't seen Dan's video, it's like 45 minutes and it's really, really well done. I also started cosplaying Dobby in June, and then I met Radley, Katsuki, and Sarah, and we officially created Cryptid Corner Cosplay, which is what this channel is now. Originally, it's just my channel, but like now it's our channel under communism. In July, I cosplayed Cowboy Dobby, and that was more of a cos test, and I do want to bring him back. I feel like he's gonna show up at MomoCon. I have far too mmany Dobby cosplays for KatsuCon, so like, I don't need to add more. But he will show up at a con at some point. I started working at my old job again. I moved into a new apartment, which is where this background is. I went to Atlanta Comic Con, and I met Nikki and Keith is the 8th member of this cosplay channel. I also took a road trip to Pennsylvania to see Silver Sun Pickups and IDK How in concert, because that was the closest show to my house. And I have loved Silver Sun Pickups since I was a very small child, and I also just really like IDK How, and that was an adventure and a half. Pennsylvania is not a real state, and Virginia is too long. Right. In August, I took a road trip to Milwaukee, and I met Joey IRL for the first time, and Joey and I have been friends since like 2016, probably, for like a while. So that was great. We went to the state fair, and we went to the zoo, and we saw like a lot of animals. It was fun. Tyler and I broke up, and we're still like amicable now, and we're still friends. It was just like one of those we're better off as friends kind of thing. I finished my Dobby cosplay, like jacket and everything, because when I first cosplayed Dobby at MomoCon, it was a very like last minute decision to do him. So I finally finished him, and I had my jacket together, and I figured out how to do the paint, and so I took him to Dragon Con, and I had a lot of fun at Dragon Con as Dobby, and I made more friends at Dragon Con, and this is now into September. I met Josh, I met AJ, Epsilon, Lacey, and Lexi, who are in the Dragon Con video, as well as some other people. I started writing the Dobby Hawk's Fake Marriage AU, which is also up on my AO3 account. It's called Billionaire Wedding, and it is funny, but also like, oof. I also wrote 14,000 words in one day and scared the shit out of myself with my own power. And also in September, I joined the CTABB, which stands for Chicken Tenders and Bacon Bits, which is a Dobby Hawks Discord, and I got even more chaotic because of that. And I have made so many friends through the Dobby Hawks Discord, including Dave, who is fantastic, and it was funny because Dave and I both ship Dobby Hawks. Dave and I both in that Discord server. Dave and I both go to the same college. And it took us until AWA to meet in real life. Despite running into each other multiple times beforehand. We're just both stupid. In October, I turned 23, and I hosted a cosplay meetup for my birthday. I started cosplaying Hawks, and then finished his costume. I went to AWA with friends as Elsa Roki. I met Naomi and Dave in person, as I mentioned previously, and me and Finn officially started dating. Finn and I had been talking since like July, I think, but they didn't want to make it official until we met IRL, which is understandable. So we started dating at AWA officially. In November, and this is AWA and Dragon Con were the end of the month into the beginning, so like this is still AWA. Did a cursed toe-based Dobby Hawks photo shoot with Dave, Kai, and Peter at AWA, and it is as horrifying as you can imagine. And we also we've managed to convince Peter to buy the chicken toe socks, so all four of us are gonna be Thought Hawks at MomoCon with our chicken feet. Josh turned 21, and my AWA hotel group sang him happy birthday over the phone, and it was a very pure moment that I did not get on film because I film with my phone. Um, I filmed the Hawks Faith video, which is something that I wanted to do a Faith video for like ever, and I was very proud of that, and also proud that I did it in one take. Uh, Finn gave me the idea of Dobby being like super duper short, like 5'1", and I just lost my goddamn mind. I started the League of Retail Workers AU, which is also a fic that is really funny. They work at a Hot Topic. It's not deep. It's a crack fic. It's great. Please read it. And then me and Kai started officially dating at the end of November. And then December, not a lot happened because between finals and I work in a mall, I didn't have a lot of time. I did go to the MomoCon cosplay on Ice with Katsuki and Killian, and we met up with Keith and Radley there, and Frankie as well, and they're all in the vlog for that. Kai came up for Christmas and his birthday, and we just messed around in Atlanta and had a great time. I went to Utah with my family, and I got KatsuCon tickets again. And that was essentially 2019, which, like, a lot happened. Like, I went from barely knowing what I was doing with cosplay and having no cosplay friends, and like also losing my college friend group, to having so many people that I like genuinely really really care about and who care about me back. Uh, I was in multiple relationships. I'm currently in 2 relationships that I'm very happy with. 2019 was a lot, but like it was chaotic, but it was a good chaotic. And I know I'm filming this on the day that Kobe Bryant died, so I know 2020 has been a fucking wild ride of good lord, what the fuck. But, to be fair, everyone else was like, oh, 2018 sucked for me, oh, 2019 sucked for me, and I'm like, I've had the best 2 years of my life. And so, you know what? It sucks that Kobe Bryant died. It sucks that, like, the world is falling apart, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm having a good time. I'm gonna make sure 2020 kicks ass because why the fuck not, you know? Live your best life. Do what makes you happy. Don't let the universe be your control you. You be in control of the universe. Make it your bitch. Live your best goddamn life. Yeah, and also I am going to KatsuCon again. Uh, no one else in the cosplay group is. I'm going with Kai and his roommate, and I am gonna see a couple of friends up there, fingers crossed. So I'm very excited for KatsuCon. And yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing my homework and con crunching because real life says no rest for you.